I flew on the airline with over 100 different sanctions imposed on it, which have also stolen over half of its fleet from European-based lessors. You guessed it, it's Aeroflot, a Russian flag carrier, which will fly me today from Moscow, Russia to Astana, Kazakhstan, for my trip to obtain a US student visa. Let's head out to the airport. So I'm past the security and past the passport control. The very high security alert, I don't know, here. My microphone got flagged, my boots are also, yeah, but safety. Okay, time for the spotting. Dreamliner of Etihad. Seems like they have Rolls-Royce engines. 777 of Aeroflot. And a lot of short-haul airliners. When I was filming this plane, I didn't know that it will fly me back from Astana. What a coincidence. Yeah, pretty nice. I also saw the A350 of Aeroflot and the A330 of Hainan Airways, similar to the one I saw in Berlin in 2023. And after a bit of a wait, I was ready to board my 737 to Astana. Yeah, also 737. But the other. This Boeing 737-800 was produced in October of 2017 and sold to the Avalon Aerospace Leasing Limited Group from Ireland, which leased it to Russian Aviation Capital Services Group, a main lease provider of Aeroflot. The 737 flew from Boeing Field in Seattle to Moscow Sheremetyevo Airport via Keflavik on the 11th of October. Until March of 2022, this plane was operating with the Bermuda Islands registration of Victor Papa Bravo Kilo Echo, when Aviation Capital Services Group unlawfully withheld this plane from Avalon Aerospace Limited and re-registered it to Romeo Alpha 73129. It's been flying with this number since 2022. When I got on board this 737, I immediately noticed that it had a mood lighting, which reminded me that this plane was fairly new. However, the second thing that I noticed was that my window was very dirty. In fact, it was so dirty that my camera could hardly focus on anything outside of it. So yeah, L for the Aeroflot on that. Oh, here's the A350 to Antalya. Wow, what a beauty.
Дамы и господа, наш самолет готов к взлету. Просим вас убедиться, что все электронные устройства переведены в авиарежим или выключены. Ремень безопасности застегнут. Спинка кресла в вертикальном положении. Столик убран. Желаем приятного полета.
Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft is ready for takeoff. Please ensure that all electronic devices are turned to a flight mode or switched off. Your seatbelt is fastened, your seat is in the upright position, and your tray table is stowed. We wish you a pleasant flight.
Hanımlar мен мырзалар, біздің ұшағымыз аспанға ұшып шығуға дайын. Мынаған
So yeah, we took off and the meal service was initiated. I received my plastic tableware and yeah, that was it. And I remember that back in the days when I was flying on a direct flight from Moscow to Lyon in France, I had a menu and I had a metal tableware. So yeah, those were the days for the Aeroflot. I didn't do a loo review because during the whole duration of a flight there was a big line to it. I don't know why, usually this doesn't happen, but in fact this time I couldn't find a moment without people waiting. So yeah, I just did a seat pocket review and that's it. So it's time for the seat pocket review. Here we go. So yeah, here's my food space. Yeah, we have air sickness bag and safety instruction like this. 737-800. Yeah, actually this is not 737-800, it's more like 737-400. Wow, a very eerie model. And we have another seat pocket here. Advertisements for Russian films that are coming. Advertisements for their like Sky Shop. Yeah, with Chinese titles. And the flight journal of Aeroflot of June. Oh, here's their fleet page. So they have not a lot of 737s on the 37 and somewhat more of A321s and A320s. Also they have 7 A350s, they have 22 of 777s and 12 of A330s, 41 wide bodies and 130 narrow bodies. Oh yes, here's their destination page. Interesting how their flight from St. Petersburg to Antalya, I bet it doesn't fly like this in real life. Oh, they also fly to Varadero in Cuba. I think, yeah, it's the farthest flight here. And a lot of cities in Russia. Actually, yeah, they also fly to China a lot. So yeah, interesting. But yes, their update isn't too good. Thanks for watching seat pocket review. Very dirty window. Yeah, bye. So yeah, when we were descending, I could observe all the flatness of the northern Kazakhstan. It felt very unusual. It was even hard to understand the scale of everything on the ground because there were no trees and no hills, only endless fields. Oh, there's 2 747s of Air China. Oh, that's a lot. So yeah, we did an approach and did a pretty smooth touchdown. Nothing out of the ordinary, but yeah, it was cool. Then when we were taxiing to the terminal, I noticed 2 747s of Air China. That was very interesting and I thought that it's kind of unusual for this place. And yeah, I was right, these 747s were because of the Central Asia Summit that was taking place. Something like that. The flight is finished. Nice one. Only I wish that window would have been cleaner so that my camera could focus. But yeah, now, as always, the rest is in the voiceover. Yeah, now I'll hope that I'll have my US visa by the end of this journey. Yeah, bye. And as you can see, I'm in the US. I indeed received my US visa at that trip. I decided to record a newer voiceover because that one is from July. I'm a lazy ass and it indeed took me 3 months to edit this video. Anyway, more information on how this channel will be operating from now on. I will try to revive it. I'll try my best doing new videos, not guaranteed like upload schedule. I'll be doing as I can because it's a weekend and I have my free time on the now. But yeah, anyway, I'll be doing a video on how I got here, like the trip. I flew on the Emirates A380, then I flew 14.5 hours on the 777 of Emirates, and yeah, about my life here in general. So if you want to watch that video, I didn't make it yet, but when you'll be watching it, I'll probably already make it. So yeah, it should appear somewhere over there. Click that and see you there. Have a great flight.